Hello everyone, welcome back to Key Comics Market Watch. I'm happy to have y'all back for another video, but this video is definitely not a haul video this time. This time I really want to talk about Donny Cates. He's really starting to annoy me as a writer. I enjoy his writing, but then he's been doing a lot of things with the cosmic entity and the cosmic history of the Marvel Universe. He's basically been going against it, and I really have a problem with it. Especially with Galactus. I would have to say, if you've been watching my channel, you already know that I am a huge Galactus fan. He's number one tied with Spider-Man for me. And so to see Donny Cates write Galactus the way he's been writing Galactus is really starting to piss me off. I'm really starting to feel a certain type of way because I feel like he doesn't understand how important Galactus is and how he's not someone that is gonna go asking Thor for help. I had to laugh when I saw that page. I'm sorry to say, I don't care if Thor has the Odin Force. I don't care if Thor is on another power level. When it comes to power levels, Galactus is on another level than Thor could ever be, than Odin was. Odin wasn't even on Galactus' power level. He was able to fight Galactus before, but he always loses. He never could totally... Put it like this, he can only fight Galactus when Galactus hasn't fed in a while. But when Galactus is at full strength, Odin can't see him at all. Not even close. When it comes to power levels, Odin's right here, Galactus is over here. You understand? He's on a whole nother level. We're talking about Odin ain't on a level like Eternity and Master Order and Chaos. Those type of Celestials. Odin ain't on those type of levels. Now, you got to remember, we're talking about Galactus. Galactus literally can hand the Celestials one-on-one. He will beat them every time. Every Celestial he will beat one-on-one. But, of course, you saw Galactus lose to Celestials when they merged into one super-sized Celestial. You saw that, right? But one-on-one, come on now. And so you're trying to tell me that Odin could be a Celestial? I don't think so. So just think about that, okay, you guys? For Galactus to come to Thor for help is just so laughable. Why would Galactus go to Thor instead of going to his peers? Thor is now is Galactus' peer. You know what I'm saying? Thor would never be Galactus' peer. He's beneath him. And it's a fact. Donny Cates is basically spitting in everybody's face. And not only that, he's spitting on Stan Lee's face. Because Stan Lee specifically said Galactus is the most powerful being in the Marvel Universe. That came out of Stan Lee's mouth. He's the man that created this character with Jack Kirby. So for Donny Cates to start making Galactus look like he's nothing, which basically he's been doing. I mean, Thor beating Galactus. Now, Galactus, in this last Thor issue, Galactus was as most powerful ever. He even said out of his mouth, he said, this is the most powerful I've ever been. And Thor still beats him. Thor is able to take the energy from him and defeat him. And come on now. This is just getting to be a little bit ridiculous. Just like with Thanos wins. If you read that storyline, Donny Cates basically had Galactus looking like he was nothing. Galactus is running towards Thanos with a big gun. Thanos with a gun. Galactus with a gun is just stupid. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Galactus doesn't need guns. And he doesn't need no weapon. He's Galactus. You know what I'm saying? This is a being that is a cosmic entity that has cosmic awareness on another level. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look at who his peers are. Thanos ain't his peers. Thanos can't beat Galactus unless he has the Infinity Gauntlet or the heart of the universe. That's the only way he could ever beat Galactus. But just Thanos by himself, it would never happen. And for Galactus to be running towards Thanos with a big gun, which was laughable, and for Thanos to shoot one shot and decapitate Galactus is just nonsense. This is totally absurd nonsense. But then you have King Thanos scared of the Silver Surfer, the Fallen One, with Thor's hammer and the Annihilation Wave, but yet the Annihilation Wave is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I saw Silver Surfer, the Fallen One, with the Annihilation Wave behind him, I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense that, you know, Thanos will be worried, King Thanos, but in the very next issue, the Annihilation Wave gets wiped out like it was nothing also. So basically the Annihilation storyline with this Annihilation Wave that was destroyed all the Skrull homeworlds, was destroying the Kree, was destroying these powerful empires, and was decimating everything. Donny Cates basically made that Annihilation Wave seem like it was nothing. That Thanos was literally able to just say, oh, this is nothing. So he just spat on that storyline also, which is crazy to me. Like, he is totally just spitting at history of the Marvel Cosmic Universe. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, what's next? I mean, Null is coming, and Null supposedly is able to kill Celestials, right? So he's on a level, right? So what is him coming to Earth? Who is going to stop him? Like, what, he's going to all of a sudden have Dylan come up with some amazing power to defeat Null? Or is it going to be all of a sudden Venom could do something that could defeat Null? Oh my gosh, we didn't know that all this time that symbiote Venom was that powerful. Like, come on now. This is just ridiculous. Like, this writing is starting to get stupid. Like, he starts off good and then it just goes so bad. And it doesn't make no sense. What are you doing, Donny Cates? Why are you having characters that should not be that powerful all of a sudden that powerful? Like, that don't even make sense. Like, this is stupid. Like, you need to have certain entities like Galactus stay in their lane. Don't have them come beneath and all of a sudden make it seem like they nothing. Because this is horrible. Like, I am upset about the whole Galactus thing. Like, this is crazy. Like, you basically spat on everything. Like, you had John Byrne's Fantastic Four run where literally Galactus was trying to starve himself because he wanted to die. He was tired of eating planets. And Mistress Death comes and tells him that he can't die because he has to be there. He serves a purpose, and he has to be there to the end with her. Them two are going to be the only two at the end, supposedly. That's what Mistress Death said, right? And Mistress Death is an entity on another level. You know what I'm saying? So Galactus is on the level with her. But he comes to Thor for help? Okay. Then we had Jonathan Hickman did an awesome run of Fantastic Four, where you basically had the future Franklin Richards try to get Galactus to help him against these mad Celestials. And that's how, you know, they wound up fighting these Celestials, and Galactus was getting off on them. So, and Franklin was holding his own, adult Franklin Richards. And then, of course, the Celestials realized, oh, the only way to defeat them is we got to merge into this super giant Celestial, and that's how they defeated Galactus. Made sense. I loved it. I was like, okay. Then Franklin was like, okay, well, he knew what he had to do, so he asked the younger Franklin Richards to give him his powers, to absorb his powers. So now you have two Franklin Richards powers merged into one, which makes sense because Franklin Richards is on the level of Galactus. He is an entity that's on that level. So that makes sense. So for him to merge together, get that power, and then to make Galactus his herald made sense, because now he's on a more upper level than Galactus, because just regular Franklin Richards is like this with Galactus. Now he merged with another Franklin Richards, of course his power level will be there. Revived Galactus, made him his herald, and of course they defeated the giant Celestial. Of course, made sense. I loved it. Loved it. You know what I'm saying? But what has Donny Cates done? He basically has made Thanos and Thor beat Galactus like it's nothing. Like, really. Like, this is crazy. Donny Cates, you are, I'm sorry to say it, but you are tripping. Like, I don't know where you're going with this. I mean, what is up with you and hating Galactus? I don't know what's going on with you, but you need to stop it. Like, this is horrible writing, and I'm not the only person that likes Galactus, and I'm not the only person that feels this way about how you're doing him in Injustice. Galactus should only be showing up when he's about to pop off and do some shit. Like, it makes sense when he shows up, but to have him the way you've been having him, it's a shame, and I can't stand it. I honestly was happy when you was writing for Marvel, but now I kind of want you to go away, because you're destroying history. You're spitting in the face of the Marvel cosmic history and the anarchy of the power levels. Like, you're just tripping. Like, I don't know what's going on with you. Now, that last page with Thanos, with the Marvel zombies behind him, and, you know, him having Thor's hammer with the Infinity stones inside of it, and then him having the Necrosword gauntlet, you know, I'm like, okay, it looks great. I love it. But the only thing about that is, I'm like, okay, so are you going to once again have, you know, the people in the background like you did with Annihilation Wave? You're gonna have the Marvel zombies actually doing nothing? Like, they're there to make people say, oh, the Marvel zombies. But are you going to do anything with them in the storyline? Or are they just going to be just for a second? Like you did with Annihilation Wave? I want to know. Like, these are the questions I have. And then another question I have is, so are you telling me Thanos is going to be able to beat Null? Is that what you're telling me? So now Thanos can beat Null also. Is that how he gets it? He gets the Necrosword gauntlet. He's actually gonna beat Null. Is that what is that really what you're telling me? That he's gonna? This is a man that Null could literally kill Celestials, and you're gonna tell me that Thanos is gonna be able to beat him? Like, and then the other question I have is, we already know Doctor Doom has always one up Thanos. Always. Every time Thanos has done something amazing, Doctor Doom has done something even more amazing. And this is a fact. Look up your Marvel history. You'll see it. So where's Doctor Doom in all this? Is Doctor Doom really just sitting back, smoking some weed and saying, you can have it. I'm sitting this one out. I'm going to let you end everything. Is that what's going to happen? Really? So Doctor Doom, with his ego, is going to let Thanos win. Like, really? So now, Thanos and Doctor Doom are two very intelligent people. But I always got to give it up to Doctor Doom. I think Doctor Doom has Thanos' number, like he always does, because he always wants up him. Now, both of them always get to a power level where neither one of them can keep it, because they don't deserve it. They should not have that power level, and they always lose it, or they either give it up. It's one or the other. It happens. So, I have to say, I just don't see the storyline about Thanos winning is kind of stupid to me, because to me, the greatest villain of all really is Doctor Doom. Thanos is a second to me. Doctor Doom will always be the greatest villain. To me, he's more smarter than Thanos, even though Thanos, you know, he does his thing. But I love the fact that Doctor Doom also knows sorcery. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's something that I don't think Thanos ever did. Learn sorcery and stuff. And Doctor Doom sitting in the background and letting this happen, I just don't see it happening. Like, Doom would rather be him, the one that, and where's Molecule Man in all this? Like, right now, he's supposedly the most powerful of them all, but we haven't heard none from him, and he hasn't shown up, and he's just letting all this stuff happen. I don't believe that. That's another thing. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, Donny Cates, you are really turning things you're taking it to a level where you're just going too far. Like, this is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Silver Surfer Black is another example. Like, I want to know, why is it that you love bombs so much? Like, use the bomb in the end of Silver Surfer Black, then use a bomb in the end of this Thor thing. Like, what's up with the bomb thing? Like, is that the only ending that you could think of, is using a bomb? Like, this is lazy writing to me. Like, you come up with these great ideas, and then towards the end you get a brain fart, and you get a stumbling block and say, oh, I know what I could do. I'll just use a bomb. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, Sir Cates, you are really, really, really pissing me off. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't understand. Like, this whole thing that you're doing, hopefully it comes to a good conclusion, and hopefully you don't do this secret war thing that they did, where after Doom got defeated, they just redid the whole universe again. I hope you don't do something stupid like that, because that's played out, and I think you kind of backed yourself into a corner with this, because I don't see where you could go with this. Like, who's going to defeat No? Like, I know Galactus could have did it, but you make him look weak, and you make him look like he's nothing, and you killed him. So, can't use Galactus. So who's going to defeat No? I really want to know. Oh, is it going to be Thor? All of a sudden, it's going to be Thor, right? Oh yeah, because Thor's on that level, right? Supposedly. Oh yeah. Right. Now, this is just ridiculous. Certain characters need to stay in their lane. I mean, it just should be what it is. Like, I love Hulk, and Hulk should never be powerful to the point where he could go against, cosmic entities on another level. Like, it just shouldn't happen. And that's how I feel about Thor. And that's how I feel about other characters. Thanos. That's how I feel about Thanos. Like, I feel like Thanos, without the Infinity Gauntlet or the Heart of the Universe, shouldn't even be able to see Franklin Richards. You know what I'm saying? Certain power levels should just be what it is. And I understand you're trying to write a story, but you're doing it in a bad way. You could still make the story good without destroying the history of the cosmic universe. And it's just ridiculous. And if you keep doing this to Galactus, people are going to feel like Galactus ain't nobody. And if he's nobody, then basically everything we've read in the past with your old collectors, not just your new readers, we're basically going to sit there and be like, okay, well, what was the point of all of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, do you not at least go back and read some of the old stuff so you could at least get a gauge of these characters that you're writing, and you could know what, I mean, this is crazy. Like, you literally made Galactus into just a regular character that's not even important to the cosmic balance. Like, it's crazy to me. So that's all I gotta say. I mean, knowing you, Mr. Cates, I probably see Mistress Death as somebody's slave or herald pretty soon, knowing your writing, because you just don't care about the power levels. You just like, whatever. So that's my rant. I'm sorry, you guys, but I had to get this off my chest. I know usually I do haul videos, but I just had to get off my chest because he tripping. I know a lot of y'all love his writing and stuff, but I'm starting to hate his writing. Like, I liked it at first, but I'm really starting to get annoyed by the fact that he's going against everything. Like, literally, he's going against everything. And that's not good writing to me at all. Like, Now, if he was writing for the Ultimate Universe or something, or another universe, not the 616 that's already been established, and he did this, then okay, cool, whatever. You know, I wouldn't be upset, but he's writing for the 616 universe, and this is a history that's been established, and power levels have been established, and now he's putting it on, he's doing the total opposite. He's doing it like he's starting a whole new universe. Like there was never no history behind this. And me as a comic book lover and reader, it upsets me. So I just can't stand it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if I ever see him at the convention, I'm speak my mind. I don't care. Because he needs to know he needs to stop. Like this is, he don't understand we really love these characters and we love these stories. We grew up reading this stuff. Like you can't just go against the grain, like completely against the grain, and not expect people to be upset. Now I understand what people in the Star Wars universe was upset about when the Star Wars movies went against the grain, the new ones. I understand now. Like I'm starting to get it. Like at first I didn't understand why they were so upset, but not because I love Star Wars and I actually like those movies. But now I'm starting to get it. I understand. Like, yeah, you can't be doing this. Like, I understand you trying to shock and awe, but there's a right way to shock and awe and a wrong way to shock and awe. And you're doing it the wrong way, Mr. Cates. So please stop. As a fan that loves reading comics and been reading Marvel forever, I started with Marvel comics. And I love Marvel Comics, so please stop it. Like, if you're going to use these awesome characters, use them the right way. And right now, you're not using them the right way, so, yeah. So, thank you, everyone, for just listening to my rant. I'll have another haul video real soon. I picked up a major key that I'm going to show y'all, so definitely a Grail book. It wasn't cheap either. Paid $300, you guys, so I'm gonna show you that in my next video, but it was worth $300. It's definitely a book I'm glad I paid $300 for. So until next time, everyone, thank you for subscribing. Hit the bell, you know what to do. Also hit the like button, it helps me out. And if you want to get into the stock market, start trading, hit the link down underneath. You'll get 2 free stocks if you open your account with Webull, and you get 1 free stock if you open up with Robinhood by using my link. And as always, you can skip the skippable ads, but at least let it play for 30 seconds, and then I'll still get paid for the ad, and then you can skip it. Okay, you guys, so I appreciate that. And if you want to just donate, Cash App and PayPal links are at the bottom. So until next time, everyone, if you're having a bad day, go read you a comic, but don't read. No, I'm not even gonna say that, because read what you guys like. Read whatever you want, and if you're having a bad day, you know, just keep reading until you get into a better mood. I think I need to go read some more comics to get back in a better mood. That one comic pissed me off, but if I go read some other ones, maybe it'll get my mind in a different place. So, and happy hunting, everyone. If you're looking for them gems, they're out there to be found. You just got to keep looking, and you will find them. Definitely, they're out there to be found. And I have to say, peace, everyone.